Here's my other coins that are non-silver and my other doodads that I found. I found this 1866 shield nickel with rays. That was a real nice surprise. I found that at a house that had been previously detected, but they missed this one, obviously. And I got a 1912 nickel that was on my trip to Ohio with Tony 2 cent. And I got a fired 3-ringer bullet, some sort, maybe a 2-ringer, I don't know. I can tell it had at least 1 ring on it right there. Found that at a church that dates to the 1850s. I got this little musket ball, maybe from a pistol. And these are 3 marbles that I found digging holes. There's a clay marble. It's only the second one of those I found, and got these 2 marbles, I think digging wheat pennies. Got a very early East St. Louis bus token here, when they had the tram system. So I think this dates to the 1920s. And I was hunting a park from 1812. I found this very early cuff button. Still got the shank on it. I'm guessing, you know, certainly pre-Civil War. Got a couple little church pins, probably Sunday school or something. A no need to worry bank token. 3 Canadian large cents, 2 Victorias, and 1, I guess that's King George, I don't know. I don't know my monarchs all that well. Usual assortment of V-nickels and buffalo nickels and Indian head pennies, and I think this was the best looking Indian head I found. And the oldest was 1876, and it's kind of crusty. Found that at that park in Ohio also. Oh, the coal tags. I love finding these scatter tags. They ring up just like nickels. Back in the old day, coal would come in the rail cars, and they would throw handfuls of these tags in the rail car with the coal, and then as the coal was packaged up, the tags would get mixed in with the coal, and so I really like finding these. Usually find these, you know, at the old houses where they have the right by the coal chute that went into the basement where the furnace was. And of course your usual assortment of presidential tokens. One of these is this one's Cracker Jacks, 1933, and this is a Shell station. I think it's from the late 60s. But man, these things ring up just like silver, don't they? Oh man, I hate finding these, because you see the edge and you think, oh, what is that? What have I got? And then it's just a stupid token. So here is the silver I found last year. I didn't get near as much silver as previous years, but in all honesty, I probably went metal detecting, you know, 10 times at the most. I just didn't have as much time last year. But the silver I did get was pretty good. I got a real nice 1929. That's in a pretty good high grade. I got a real nice 1901 that's almost uncirculated. I got a 1904, which comes in about extra fine. And then one of my best silvers of the year was this 1858 dime, which I found at that old park in Ohio with Tony 2 cent. And this is also in a pretty good condition. I only found 2 quarters last year. Compare that to the year before where I found 24 quarters. Big difference, but both the quarters I found were standing liberties, and if you know my history, you know those were the hardest things for me to find, and now I just find them all the time. So here's a no date, and here's a 1920s. So I have found 4 stand-in Liberty quarters now, and 3 of the 4 have legible dates, so the odds have been in my favor. And this was a 1912 barber half that I found on the first hunt of the year, and it was 7 inches deep at a house built in 1915. So that was a very nice find to get. I did get 2 silver rings, 3 rosies, and the typical bunch of mercury dimes. Looks like about 16 mercury dimes, 3 war nickels, and then in the stray silver I got this piece of a hair barrette. Looks like it does have a hallmark that looks like a beehive or a bell, but I've not been able to find any references. There's the hallmark right there. Not been able to find any references to it. And this is a bowl of a silver spoon that I found, and it's got 2 iron pins in it, and so I don't know if it was a drawer pull or attached to something, but that was interesting. And this piece here actually has British hallmarks in it, and comes from London, and the hallmark puts it pre-1822, and I don't know if this was a lid to a pipe or a small bowl or a snuff tin. I have no idea what it went to, but it is by far the oldest piece of silver I have found. And there you can see where it was hinged, and it may have had a handle right there where the hole is. I really don't know. And that was found at a house built around 1920, so it was old when it was lost. So I did get a fair amount of silver, not a banner year by any stretch, but nonetheless it's always fun to find this stuff. I'd also like to give a shout out to American Digger magazine. Order this through the mail, subscribe. I don't think it's sold in stores, but it's a really great magazine and I like it. It has a lot of different sections. I've submitted twice to Just Doug, and you just basically email them a picture of your find and a little blurb about it, and they publish them. There's a lot of good stuff in here. There's a stumped column where people send in things they don't know what they are, and also other people write in and say, well, if they can identify it. And this is the Just Doug section. So if you make a decent find, it doesn't have to be a amazing rare find. It can just be an ordinary find, but something you've been looking for a long time. And you can see they put things in here that even Indian artifacts and bottles and things like that. So if you want to get published, this is the magazine. Anyway, it's a great magazine, and I recommend to all my digger brethren.